What up? What's going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream. Today we're going to take a look at the markets and give you guys here an update. What's going on, how I'm feeling, and just take a look at Bitcoin in the markets for you guys here. So yeah, well, I kind of want to flip the 50. No, that's good. Well, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate everyone on here. Of course, hope you have a great day today. Just changing some things real quick. All right, that was pretty good. That is pretty good right there. But yeah, we are live. Don't forget to like if you guys join in. Samit, I'm from the US. No, I haven't sold my Doge. I bought more. I bought more Dogecoin. I haven't been bought. So I think it was like 3 days ago. I reached my goal. I reached my goal, and I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy I was able to reach my goal. I'm not gonna say how much Doge it is. You know, it's a humble amount. It might be a lot to some people, might be nothing to some other people, but it's 7 times, yeah, it's 7 times more than what I had last bull market. I'll just put it at that. So I'm happy with that. Don't forget to like. If you guys are new here, definitely follow. Definitely follow here. Let's go live here too, also on TikTok. Let's see how they're doing here. Awesome to be on here with you guys, sharing my thoughts on the crypto market. I hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are doing great today. So yeah. But Bitcoin at 109. You know, I'll be taking a look at the markets here and give you guys my honest opinion. Haven't really looked at it in a minute, so we'll look at the bearish scenario, the bullish scenario, everything in between. You think open will go up? Open, is that a coin? Or like yeah, I think you mean on Monday, right? I think Monday will be bullish, yeah. Don't forget to like. Yeah, I believe I feel like we're setting up here. If you look here at the lower time frames for Bitcoin, I believe we're setting up here for possibly 112, maybe 113, but I believe I can see 112 on open. Oh, you mean, oh, there's a coin called open. Okay. Is it on trading? I'll search it up here if it's on trading view. Let me search it up here. Just follow if you guys are new to, by the way. Don't forget to follow. Oh yeah, I see it right here. Open, right? Open USD. Is it this one? I mean, it looks pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I mean, I don't think. I mean, this coin is crashing down, so I believe it'll probably try. It's probably gonna still try to find. I mean, it's a coin that just came out recently, right? So it's probably gonna keep crashing down until it finds a bottom. You just want to wait. So yeah, it's probably gonna crash down, to be honest. Thank you guys for the likes. Eric, what's up, Eric? How you doing, bro? I'm doing great. How about you? Just started the live stream a couple minutes ago. You guys are early. Appreciate all of you guys on here. Bitcoin at 109.5. Just going to give you guys my opinion on the market, the bullish scenario, the bearish, everything in between. I'm doing great, TDS. How about you, man? I check out AMP. Yeah, we're going to check out all your favorite coins today. See which ones are looking good here. Which ones are looking bad. I mean, AMP is not looking too bad. I mean, we're pulling back here, putting some new lows, but I mean, if it can hold this level, then it should be good for the future. I just don't see it breaking out anytime soon, right? So, I mean, if it can hold this level and not break down lower, then this should be good. It's just that it's probably going to take a minute for it to start to recover, right? You're going to start to see some signs of choppy, right? Some choppy time frame here before we start to move up. So, yeah, not too bad. I mean, not too bad if to get into AMP right now, if you're bullish on it. Very low. Is the top end? Yeah, well, we're going to discuss the bearish scenario and the bullish. I personally don't believe the top is in. Can you please check XRP, Solana, ETH, and Bitcoin? Yes, I'm gonna check all those coins. I'm gonna check. We're checking out here Bitcoin first because we always start with Bitcoin, of course. So we'll do Bitcoin, all the top coins, all your favorite coins that you guys are asking for. Just be patient, right? And we'll start here with Bitcoin because Bitcoin is I honestly feel like Bitcoin is setting itself up for a big pump this week, starting on Monday possibly, right? You can kind of see how we had this mass. It kind of looks like a Bart Simpson, inverse Bart Simpson, right? Boom, 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 and then you make a move back here to 112 area. So this is what I see Bitcoin setting itself up to here on the lower time frames, as well as on the daily as well. You can see right here, right? We're pulling back a little bit today, but we're very oversold on the daily. So we're due for a massive push up here to at least 110, 112. I could definitely see that. Okay. So I'm bullish on Bitcoin short term and long term. Just medium term, you know, we might come down a little bit more, but I honestly genuinely feel like the bottom is in. And you know, this move down is scared everyone, and now you're seeing everyone saying that, oh, we're gonna put in a new low 104, which is where the 200 MA is on the daily, right? All these things, but I feel like the probability is that the bottom is in, and we don't really tackle that 104 level. I'm not saying that won't happen, but if I'm in a scenario where I'm an investor, I'm definitely buying right now, which I have been. Right, I actually got into two new coins I haven't got a position in before. I'll share them in a few. They're kind of high cap coins, so you know they're not like low caps. But I never had a position in them, and I saw they were a good price, and I got in some. So let's take a look here at XRP. Let's see how XRP is doing. So XRP is still in this downtrend here ever since hitting 367. Right, but in this downtrend, which if you look at it, I mean, it can definitely be seen as a bull flag. I do believe this is some type of bull flag XRP is doing here. As we're very oversold on the daily, just like Bitcoin is. Right, and you do kind of see, I mean, not really, right? You don't really see bullish divergence here. So, I mean, that could mean a drop lower here if we break that 260, 269, 270. I told you guys, you know, last streams that this is the big point of control for XRP, and we kind of hit it, but we didn't fill the gap, right? So the gap, for us to fill that gap, XRP would have to come down to like 260. Okay. So we might still see a drop here for XRP, kind of a fast panic drop here to 260 here a little bit, and then we move back up, all right? Taking out those longs. So, but again, even if that does happen, I feel like the probability is that there's no more downside. There's more upside than downside, that is. What's up, Rick? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'm bullish Bitcoin. You think we're going to 5-year cycle like around Q2? Yeah, like I do believe that we're gonna break the 4-year cycle. I do believe we're gonna break that 4-year cycle, and you know, the minute you see people saying that there's like no more cycles, that we're in a super cycle, that's really the time you want to take profits. I'm pretty sure the market's gonna be up a ton by then. But right now it's kind of fitting that 4-year cycle narrative still, right? Because if the top is in, it fits into that 4-year cycle narrative, which is what a lot of people believe out there. Alex says, I heard market makers are doing this to make people sell before the boom. I do agree with Alex. That's kind of my gut feeling too, right? I do believe that is happening. I can't guarantee you it, right? I'm not saying we're not going to go lower, all these things, but I'm just sharing my honest thoughts, what I've been doing, and I've been buying. You know, that's what I've honestly been doing. I've been buying and haven't been really selling. And, you know, I do feel like the market will make a huge comeback and go to new all-time highs, right? And it kind of feels like, if you look at the sentiment right now, it kind of feel we're like right here, right, where we didn't put in a new low. We're right here, but based on the people's attitude and the sentiment, it feels like we're like here somewhere, right? It feels like we're around here 103 or something. It's like everyone is super bearish, everyone is saying the top is in, all these things, but really look at Bitcoin long term here, you know, this can definitely be the low. This could be the pullback here, the retesting here, or putting the higher low, and then off we go, right? We slowly move back up. So that's why I'm more bullish than bearish. PB, what's up, PB Jelly? How you doing, man? Arrow's so slow. I mean, Arrow's actually, before this dump, Arrow actually pumped up pretty well, right? Arrow was actually doing really well, and I believe it still is. Yeah. But thank you guys for the likes and the follows. If you guys are new, definitely follow. I do these live streams all the time. I'm gonna do them more frequently as the market moves up. And just give you guys here my honest, raw opinions here on the market. What I do like here on the weekly is that on the weekly, that 25, right, the 21, we broke the 21, but the 25, we're kind of somewhere in between the 25 and 21. And as much down as we are, I'm bullish. When we're around these levels right here, I like to buy, seen here on the weekly. The 100 MA on the weekly is around 99. Okay. But one thing I'll say is that that weekly 50 MA, my bad, 50 MA. So the 50 is green. That weekly 50 MA, in my opinion, is really the confirmation that the bull market is done. Because we can see right here, this has been support this entire bull market. If you look at it, we bounced off of it right here. Okay. You see how we wick below it, but then we close above it? This is the 50 MA on the weekly. So we bounce off of it right here. And then the first one right here after the halving, we bounce off of it twice. Boom, retest, boom, and now we're working back up. So I believe that the third time we come here, make contact with that, we close below it, I believe the top is in. But I do not believe we'll break to it right now. Okay. Seeing how oversold we are, as you can see on the weekly, very oversold in other time frames. But yeah. I lost all my money because of you. I sold everything. That's hilarious because I've always been bullish. I never told anyone to sell or buy. I just shared what I've been doing, which is buying. And this entire time I've never been bearish. So you're definitely making a lie. Yeah, I do believe we still got a lot more room, Alex, for sure. J Pizzle, what are you saying? What do you mean? What am I saying? What about what? Lucianne, what's up, man? Win Lambo. I'll take a look at Shiba too. Thoughts on AVAX? You can see AVAX had a pump here before we started dropping in the market. And I've been bullish on AVAX for a long time. I'm happy about here around the 20s, 15, 20s here. Even around 25 too, but AVAX is just pulling, I mean, it's pulling back here with the market. But even though it's pulling back, it's retesting that heavy resistance. Okay. Around 25, 26 around here. So you can kind of see we kind of wick back down to 27.11, which is where that 50 MA is here on the weekly. So this is good price action for AVAX. This is bullish price action. Basically, the structure where we reject. We're in this pendant, right? Just fueling up here. Pendant, we get that breakout, get rejected. Exactly my Fibonacci level of 0.5. Like, I can't make this up. Right on it. Come back down. Bounce right off that 50 MA. Now, don't be fooled, right? We can definitely come down lower. My target for AVAX, if the market comes down lower and AVAX comes down lower, is somewhere in the 618 here. Okay, so the top, around the top would be around 25.50 or maybe 26. The bottom would be around 23.18. So if the market crashes more, I mean, AVAX can definitely panic wick down here, touch that, and then, you know, a nice recovery back up. But AVAX is looking great, honestly. I think this is a great coin. I've been bullish on this coin ever since I had the massive pullback from when it went from like 60 bucks to 15 bucks. So I just haven't been buying AVAX recently because I already bought a ton when it was over here. And, you know, there's other coins that are down more compared to AVAX that I've been buying. What's up, bro? What's up, Zad? Anytime. Yeah, anytime. I'm bullish on AVAX for sure. You guys been killing it. Thank you guys for the likes. We already hit 1,000 likes. You know what that means. I switch XRP to AVAX. Really? Well, hopefully you got in at the right time. Right? Hopefully you got into AVAX at the right time. I have bullish both XRP and AVAX, but hopefully you got AVAX before it had that little pump. No, I didn't say that the top is in. I think I read one of the comments and it made it look like I said that, but no. Louis, my brother, yes, AVAX will do a 10x. Great to see. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming to the live stream, buddy. Appreciate you on here, man. But let's do a crypto market update of the day. We got over 1,000 likes. You guys know what that means. Let's take a look here at the daily and kind of see what the market, what the coins are doing today. And all we see is a sea of red, mostly, right? We see most of the coins here are all red, except a couple. IMX, though, IMX is up 10%. What's going on with IMX? I have a little bit of this coin. But, yeah, IMX is up 10% today. XPL, 28%. MYX, 50%. And what coin is this? FTN, Fast Token, down 51%. But majority is down here. It's Aster is down 7%, right? But a lot of coins are just down to like around 2%, right? It's not like a massive crash in the market. This is one of the coins I started buying more of, QNT. I don't have a lot of QNT, and I saw it below 100 bucks, so I decided to get some more QNT. That was one of the coins I started buying more on this crash, and I believe the other one is Tau. So I had like 0 Tau. I saw it was under 300 bucks. I decided to get some, which is it's down like what is it?
New subscriber.
It's down a little bit today. It's like at 297. So yeah. But let's take a look at some of your favorite coins here. Yeah, I do believe Bitcoin will have another leg up for sure. You know, just my thoughts. Right. We're very oversold on the weekly. We're hitting these key moving averages here on the weekly. 25 to 21 on the daily as well. Look, on the daily, if we have a massive dump in Bitcoin, we'll probably find support here at 104. I'm not saying this will happen, but if things are going just very crazy, very volatile, and we dump 104, around 104, 500, 104, 600, around that 200 MA here on the daily. But just a scenario here if we do have a massive crash. But you can kind of see right here, the weekly is very oversold. That 25 MA is around basically where we bottomed out here a couple months ago at 107, 700. Okay. And, you know, if you really look at it on the daily, we're getting bullish divergence here on the daily. Slightly, right? Slightly here on the daily. You think ICP is a good project?
New subscriber.
I have a little bit ICP. I know a lot of people like ICP fundamentally. To be honest, I haven't really researched ICP fundamentally. The chart, you know, is not the best looking chart, but I definitely believe ICP can recover. Not to its all-time highs, but I definitely believe it can put in a low here somewhere, right? And then start to move back up, back to $6 and $10 once the market moves up. But ICP is not going to be a first runner. And that's what happened right here. It wasn't a first runner here, and I believe it won't be a first runner. So it's going to be kind of delayed. So you're going to start to see the markets move up first, and then it might take a couple months before ICP starts to move up. But I do see it, you know, moving up. I think you can make some good X's. And RSR, someone asked about RSR. This is another coin I've been buying. RSR, bullish on RSR is one of the coins I'm really excited for. All right, we can see, yeah, we did have a big dump here for RSR. So you can see in the 618, we kind of choppy around here. Big dump to this level right here where September 2020, I mean, the previous September, look at that. So, I mean, if you really look at RSR, it's coming back to the September close here from last year, right? What was it? Actually, the September open. So it's coming near that September open and the August close right there to where it pumped up from there. So we're coming back here for, I believe, for a, you know, a bounce, right? A support bounce. So one of the reasons why I bought RSR, if we look here at the MAs too, I'm pretty sure on the monthly, on the weekly, that is, you know, we're way below the moving averages here. But I do believe there's a lot of support here for RSR. I've been buying, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I haven't been going all in, but I've been buying. I just got into a new position into Tau, and I've been buying some more QNT. And again, these are coins that I don't have a ton of, right? Like my Dogecoin already, it's been like a couple days. I reached my goals for Dogecoin, so I'm not buying any more of that. Zaddy, what'd you say, bro? What did you say? Hold up, guys. Let me see the comments here. Debbie, thanks for joining the live stream. Hello, where do you think ACH and Swift will go upcoming run? I have them for quite a while. Let's see here. ACH. ZZ, thanks for coming to the live stream. And Rick too. Thank you, Rick. Yeah, so I haven't taken a look at ACH recently, but it's not looking too bad. Right, just a very choppy coin, waiting to break out to the upside. It's just waiting for the market. Right, but what I like here about ACH is that we were able to bring that monthly stochastic to oversold, which you haven't seen here in, you know, since 2023. So I mean, ACH is not looking too bad. It's just very choppy, and it's probably gonna be one of the late runners. And regarding Swift, you asked about Swift, right? I think this is a coin. Let me see if it's FTC. Okay, this one, yeah. We sure the bull market isn't over? I see so many on here saying it's over. I mean, I would say that's a sign that it isn't, right? When you see a lot of people saying it is. Usually the herd is wrong. And that makes me very bullish too. You know, when I see, because I've been saying this, right? I've been saying, you know, Bitcoin, when you look at Bitcoin, if you look at it right now, right, we're right here, right? Bitcoin's right here. But it feels like, right, just exactly what Vet Vibes just said. I see so many people saying it's over. You just said it, right? It feels like we're down here. Or below 100K or something. That's how it feels like. When you look at Bitcoin, we're still, you know, above our previous low here. Now, I'm not saying we can't break this, right, and come down here. But even with this, even with Bitcoin holding this level, at least at the moment, everyone is super bearish. And again, guys, I come on here to just give you guys my raw opinion. It might not be the same with the other people out here. But I've been buying. I've been bullish. And I've been buying a lot of different coins recently. So Swiftcoin. I'm just looking at some of your favorite coins on here. I'm not really trading right now. I'm just looking at your favorite coins. Just giving you guys my honest opinion on them. Swiftcoin is another great coin. I'm liking this setup. Because this pullback, we're pulling back here to the previous top back in February and April. So, I mean, this is a coin if you missed out on to buy on the pullback, right? And this is what a lot of coins are doing. They're pulling back to the previous resistance point of control. And most likely, we're going to flip it. All right. We might chop here for a little bit before we start to pivot. But this is what I see for Swiftcoin. I do like the setup here. And I also like, if you look here too, this is the other detail. Look how oversold we are. You see how oversold we are? So, and on top of that, man, Swift, man, I might pick up some Swift. Look at that. I'm seeing so many green flags here, right? The first one is we're pulling back to a critical point of control where we got a top back in 2024 March. The second one, we're extremely oversold on the monthly. And then the third one, we're pulling back and finding support on that 21 MA, which is in blue, and that 25 MA, which is in yellow. You see that? So, wow. Shout out to Debbie on here for Swiftcoin. I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. So, what comment, buddy? Everybody was right. The big players will not win. That's how it ends. Yep. I mean, look, the moment, you know, if the market does take off again, and you see people talking about this never-ending cycle, super cycle, that'll be a sign the top is in or near. Right? So that's what you got to prepare for. And the thing is, like, most likely when I'm bearish, when I come out here and say I'm bearish, the majority are probably going to disagree with me too. So, let me know some more coins you guys want me to check out. Ron says, hey, Lewis, great show. Would you mind looking at Kato? Kato. Thank you, Ron. Thank you for coming to the live stream, man. Appreciate it. Always great to have you on here. We'll take a look here at Kato for you. To be honest, never looked at this coin, so it'd be kind of interesting. I see this coin is kind of new. It came out February 2025. And not too bad, right? I mean, since it came out at the wrong time. We had the massive dump. We recovered to when it got launched. And then since then, we've been selling off. So, I mean, either Kato puts in a higher low, comes lower here to retest these lows here. So it's a big what if, right? This is a new coin. I would say if you're bullish on this coin fundamentally, I would research it fundamentally, tokenomics and everything like that. If you're bullish on it, you know, it doesn't hurt to buy at this level, right? You don't want to go all in, but you can see we're starting to see some good signs here that it's starting to bottom right there. It could form a bottom here. It's just that it's gonna stay choppy until the market starts to move up big. So, you know, don't expect a massive breakout until the market starts to move back up with Bitcoin and everything. All right, so it'll probably stay choppy here. We can even pull back more. But if it respects this area, right? If it chops here, respects this area for multiple weeks or a month or so, then it's a good sign that it has bottom. So, no lock, what's up, bro? Thanks for coming to the live stream. Oh yeah, let's check out POW. What is it called? POW AI for J Pizzle. We got Theta as well. Guys, don't worry. I'm gonna check out all your favorite coins. Give you guys my honest opinion on them. So stay tuned. Man, POW's not looking too good, to be quite honest. POW is not looking too. I mean, it looks like it doesn't have a floor, right? It looks like it doesn't have a bottom. So I'm honestly not liking POW. Again, this might be a good project. It might recover, but this is a big dump here. Okay, so you can see right here on the daily too how we kind of dump, right? We kind of dump, pull up, dump some more new lows, move up here, break that low, and we keep dumping like this. So it's kind of like a falling knife right now, to be honest. So I mean, with POW, I'll probably wait this one out, maybe a couple weeks, because it's safer to buy it once it gives you that bullish, those bullish signs that we are bottoming, right? Once we start to see some chop here and really break this key downtrend here. But until then, I mean, POW, it's
New subscriber.
not looking too good. Yeah. Yeah, 80%. Wow. You owe me that YouTube video still. Universal blessings. I got you, bro. Don't worry. I have off tomorrow, so I'll film it. I still remember Kraken, right? It's Kraken to Ledger. I got you, buddy. Don't worry. But thank you for coming here and reminding me again. But don't worry, man. I got you. Please check data and I'll drop a follow. I'll take a look here at data. If you guys are new though, follow. I'm gonna keep you guys updated throughout this entire bull market. I almost said bear market. But definitely follow. You know, as the market heats up more, which I believe it will, I'm gonna live stream more often. Bring you guys more content. I mean, I've been bringing you guys content the last 3 days. I posted. So we'll take a look here at data, which I do have. I do have some data. Thank you for the follow, Punky. Bebop, down we go again. Lewis, how many are saying the bull euphoria may hit into 2026 quarter? Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been saying for a long time. I've been saying we can top out Q1 or Q2 even. But at some point, I believe the pivot, the top will be in 2026. I've been saying this for a while. All right. So let's take a look here at data. Give you my honest opinion on data. Because, I mean, data is kind of a sensitive position right here, right? It's kind of, you know, it's in a very critical position because if it loses this floor, we can see a massive falling knife here. So this is a big point of control here for Theta right here. And we cannot lose this 50, what is that, like 57, 50 cents basically. The good thing is that we're very oversold on the monthly. And if you actually look at it, well, what's making me more bullish here on Theta is that we're getting some bullish divergence, right? And this is what I teach here on my course as well, if you guys are interested. Right, we're basically getting some bullish divergence where we're reaching some new lows here on the stochastic that we weren't back here when we were near these prices here, right? We were around 57 or so. So, I mean, this is a good sign here that it is chopping out here, finding a bottom to eventually pivot to the upside. It's just, it's not going to be instant because this is on the monthly. The monthly takes time. And we can see right here, I mean, we've just been very choppy here on the weekly. And we can also see the bullish scenario too is an inverse head and shoulders that could play out for Theta, which is usually, right, we have that shoulder, we have the head, which is that low. Then we pull back, which we basically were in this pendant, and now we got that pullback. This could be that shoulder, as long as we don't put in a new low. This will be that shoulder, and then we get that inverse head and shoulders, which is a good bottom, bullish bottoming pattern. Okay, so that's the bullish scenario for Theta, which I can see happening. But again, it's still in a very critical position here. I believe it will hold this low. And overall, you know, I'm bullish on Theta. I already have a good amount. I did buy some on this drop, but I do believe if you like, this is a perfect time. If you missed out on Theta and you're bullish on Theta, I think this is a great time to buy. Not financial advice, but I'm seeing a lot of good, not a lot of bullish signs here for Theta. Doge, please. Thanks for your analysis. Anytime, Punk. Thank you for the follow, guys. I'm gonna try to check all your favorite coins. So we got Cronos, right? We got Cronos, RSI and Cronos. I got you. Tara Roberts, thanks for coming to the live stream. Hi. So we got Crow, Dogecoin, Shiba. I got you. Charlie and Miguel have our fresh and fits main crypto guys to go on their podcast and believe 2026 top. Yeah, I know them. I follow them. I do follow them. Universal Blessings. I watch them not frequently, but I do watch them here and, you know, here and there. And you said that they believe 2026 top out on the first. Yeah, I do agree with them. You know, they're really smart. I do agree with them. Thank you for the gifts, by the way. So yeah, let's check out Cronos. I'll check out Dogecoin, Chainlink, and Shiba Inu, and Drift. Hi, buddy. Good to see you again. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm sure it's good. Tara, thank you. It's great to see you too as well here on the live stream. Thank you. Okay, so Cronos. How is the Cronos RSI looking? How is the chart for Cronos looking? This is the coin I was bullish on. We did have that massive move up. We pulled back lower here with the market. And I told you guys, right? The first move, 25 cents, which we hit. We lost that. Now we lost that Fibonacci. The next one is the one where we're at right now, that 0.5. So Cronos overall is looking very bullish, especially if it can hold this level. It's very bullish because we broke out of this heavy resistance and now we're pulling back to flip it as support. You see that? While the whole market is super bearish and everyone's freaking out, we're pulling back from Cronos from the upside to flip it as support, and most likely will be the bottom, right? So on the weekly, you can see that we were overbought. Now we're starting to move down here on the weekly for Cronos. So, you know, there's a chance we can definitely break the Fibonacci, maybe come down here to 15 cents, kind of meet up with that 21 MA and the 25 MA. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. But I mean, at the moment, I mean, we're holding pretty nicely here, right? So, I mean, there definitely can be a bounce here, especially if the market's bullish on Monday. Because we've been oversold on the monthly for, I mean, on the daily for a while. So we can see a bounce here and then break it possibly. But overall, the monthly, we are moving towards overbought. So the monthly, it tells you the big picture, which is the momentum is to the upside. So even though we're getting this pullback and we're pulling back down, we're probably going to find a higher low, a support, flip it as support, and then eventually move up and put some new highs.
New subscriber.
So the RSI on the monthly is looking great because it tells you the momentum, the big picture, right? And even though the weekly is pulling back, right, it's just resetting. The weekly likes to reset a lot. It's resetting that weekly, so then we can put in a higher low and move back up. So I'm bullish on Crow overall. Very bullish on Crow. I still have Bitcoin, XRP, SO, and ETH. I have all those coins, and you know, if you want to be safe, I think those are great picks. You can still make some big gains with all those coins. You guys been killing it. We're almost at 5,000 likes. Yeah, I'm bullish on Crow. But look, I've been bullish on Crow since like 15 cents. Not even like 9-10 cents. So Lewis, personal question, you don't have to answer, but are you a millionaire from crypto yet? No, I'm not, to be honest. I'm not yet. You know, I strive to be. I believe I can, which I believe every one of you guys can, and you should strive to be. But yeah, to be honest, I'm not. Let me know some more coins. Shiba. Hey, let's check out Shiba. I forgot about Shiba. Let's see how Shiba's doing. And Shiba has to be the most... one of the most slowest coins out there. I know people already lost it with Shiba. Because this coin will test your patience, man. I mean, it's a hype coin, but the charts, it's just been... I know it's been testing people's patience. Because I hold this coin. And again, look, Shiba, even though the market's very bearish right now, Shiba can still pull a inverse head and shoulders. I mean, this still is in the cards here, unless we break that low, right? But on the weekly, you can clearly see something like that possibly happening. Gav's dad, thank you for the gifts. Shout out to Gav's dad. Missed you, bro. Missed you too, man. Missed you. Thank you for the gifts, man. Thank you. Wow, that's awesome. I think that's the first time I get that. Thank you so much. Shiba always pumps last and second. Yeah, Shiba's kind of a late runner too, right? So look, I'm still optimistic on Shiba. I'm still holding mine. I haven't really bought any on this pullback. I mean, I did buy a little bit when it was over here. But I mean, look how oversold we are on the monthly, man. I mean, this is insanely oversold. But while at the same time, we're holding that bear market resistance top right there. So this exact range right here is Shiba's greatest, biggest point of control battle area ever. Because the bear market, we basically couldn't break this. It was just a shut door. We broke that shut door, and now we're attacking from the upside. You see? We kind of dipped in here. We're ultimately what we're doing is we're building support. That's all we're doing. We're building support so we can catapult the heck out of here. Okay? That's what we're doing, you know, taking away emotions aside and, you know, everyone freaking out. Just giving you guys here the charts and what I see. So I am bullish on Shiba. Gav's dad, thank you for the gifts. We reached my goal thanks to you, as always. But yeah. Check Doge, Cardano. What do you mean? Why does his look like this? Checking out Dogecoin right now. So Dogecoin, really beautiful uptrend still. YSM, well, it's moving averages. I have MAs, and this is my Fibonacci. So look, Dogecoin made history, first ever meme coin. And I said this, if you guys are OGs, I gotta get my old content. I gotta make a edit of my old content when my prediction on Dogecoin having a great year this year. It hasn't exploded into all-time highs yet, but I believe it still can. But we had that ETF, first meme coin to have an ETF. I think that's huge. And I believe Dogecoin from now on will start to slowly move up and then start to move faster as it goes, right? Kind of like an avalanche. You kind of saw what ETFs did with Bitcoin, right? At first, it brought Bitcoin down, but then later, it made a massive move up. So I think the ETF is great for Dogecoin. And we can see, overall, we're still in this beautiful uptrend, right? We bounced this recent pullback for Dogecoin. We bounced here exactly at the 618. And we're still in this uptrend. We're just moving up slowly with the market. Definitely a lot more bullish looking than Shiba Inu for sure. And again, we're on the monthly. We still have that very bullish divergence here, right? You can kind of see that bullish divergence playing out right there. Right, boom. Very oversold too. So let that sink in. We're in this nice uptrend up here while we're extremely oversold. Okay? So think about it like this. Dogecoin right now is much more oversold on the monthly than it was here around 8 cents. So here at 8 cents, it was this oversold. It was right here. Not even oversold. It was like slightly above oversold. Right now, we're oversold and we're around 22, 23 cents. So this is why I believe Dogecoin is setting itself up to really explode really soon. So yeah, bullish on Doge. Let's check out some more coins. Chainlink. Take a look here at Chainlink. Because I think Chainlink and Doge are pretty similar, to be honest. Very similar, because they both have they're both in this nice uptrend, right? They both have bullish divergence here on the monthly. It's just that Chainlink it's not oversold as much as Dogecoin, but still, we see some bullish divergence here, right? I mean, really look at it. I mean, Chainlink is just coming down here to retest this level where it had, basically kind of a small top here on the weekly. So, I mean, if you can hold this level here for Chainlink, which is around 20 bucks, 19, 20, if you can hold this level, then we're looking good. If not, the next level here is around 16 or so. So if you see the market panicking, dumping down, 16, 15 Chainlink possibly can be hit again on a really fast panic wick down there. But overall, I believe Chainlink is setting itself up to really explode like Dogecoin. Right, this is what the charts are showing me. Extremely oversold on the daily as well, so we might start to see a bounce here for Chainlink, possibly back to like 22. So I mean, if we are bearish, we'll bounce here to 22, get rejected, and then continue this downtrend. What's up, bro? If Elon gets on Doge train, we'll shoot up. Man, I don't know what's going on with Elon. Elon hasn't really hyped on Doge in a while. Maybe he's holding up for something big, but he hasn't really tweeted or talked about Dogecoin in a while. I guess because there's other important things going on. You'll see a bigger spring soon. You mean this upcoming spring? I mean, look, we can top out this spring for sure. either the spring or quarter 1 of 2026. And I've been saying this for months back now. So I actually like the fact that the market is kind of moving slowly, because it's kind of right, it's kind of expanding this bull market, allowing you to get into a lot of these altcoins, giving you more time to get in. And that's the thing. I've been buying. I reached my goals for Dogecoin. I've been buying other altcoins while a lot of people are selling. A lot of people have been selling and are selling. So, oh, it's been bugging. Praying that's what happens. Me too, guys. That I'm praying. And here's the thing, right? This is a scenario that can happen. You guys gotta be open-minded, because you know what, I might come out here and say I'm bearish while the majority are bullish. But the scenario is we might start to move up, right? And then you know, and we might get to a scenario where people start saying that, you know, we're in the super cycle, and that the, you know, 4-year cycle is done and we're gonna keep going up, the golden age and all this stuff. And what can happen is we can top out Q2 of 2026. That's a scenario. So, you know, when you start to see that hype, and when you start to see the market really take off big, that's gonna be probably a good time to sell. And again, like I show, if all you guys are on here, I love to show you guys here other perspectives too, right? This is that famous chart, the Samuel Benner chart. And it really aligns what we've been talking about, 2026, right? Being the times of high prices. You can see right here, the Samuel Benner chart, 2026, look at that. Years of good times, high prices, and the times to sell stocks and values of all kinds. So, I mean, I'm not saying that this chart is 100% accurate, right? We've seen right here 2027. I think that was a good time to sell before the 2028 crash. We see 2019 right here at the top, years of panics or whatever. So, I mean, this chart is not 100%, but, you know, it's definitely a good thing to look at in perspective. So, what I do find interesting too is that 2034, I think 2034 is going to be the year where 99% of Bitcoin is going to be mined. And it's up here with the years of, you know, high prices and the best times to sell. So pretty interesting. October. Yeah, hopefully we start to see a pivot into October, and we start to see a nice move up to the upside in October, right? That would be great. Thank you, Rod. Thank you for coming on here, by the way. What about SPX? It stumped hard from the new all-time high it made. SPX, let me check out that coin, because I know this coin has a lot of hype, and I remember I didn't buy this coin because it was up a ton. So you're seeing that it dumped down here. It might be a good opportunity. Let me see if it's looking good here. Yeah, I mean, looking at SPX, man, SPX right now is in a very critical position. Very critical position because, man, okay. So we have, what do we have, like one more day? So look, I mean, we have the weekly close is tomorrow, right? So I believe if we close here, we're going down lower for SPX. So until tomorrow, SPX really needs to make a move back up here to $1.05, or else it's probably going to fall down lower. So we got 21 hours left for SPX, but I say it's in a critical position because, you know, breaking this low, we can drop down lower here back into the 70s or 80s somewhere to find support. Right? So the good thing is that we're extremely oversold on the weekly. Like extremely oversold. That's the good thing here. But it doesn't mean we won't break that low and continue lower. So I mean, it doesn't hurt to buy a little bit, and then if it crashes more, you buy more, because it is pretty low. It's testing the bottom here, the lows here from back in June. You can also see on the monthlies, look, the monthly is a big deal too. We have 3 days left, but the monthly, right? I mean, the first sign will be that weekly. If we get that weekly close right there, I'm pretty sure the monthly, we're gonna see a new move to the downside here in the monthly, unless we get that wick back up here. Again, if we got a wick back above $1 or so, $1.05. So yeah, what's up, Alan? Thanks for coming to the live stream, bro. Sonic, yeah, let's take a look at Sonic. Sonic, where's Sonic at? I got it here on my watch list here. If I can find it right here. So Sonic is say some coins I did accumulate on this crash. I didn't buy the bottom. I could have waited a little bit longer, right? I bought it. I started buying Sonic when it was around like 28 cents, around here. Now we're at 23, so you know I'm down a little bit on it, but at least I didn't buy it when it was over here around like $1.28 back in December. So I'm happy about that. But then I bought here, so I mean, you know, I bought for a reason, right? I believe we have less downside. And you can see we definitely added, this is a big crash here, back to bear market lows. So what needs to happen here for Sonic is it needs to form a support level here above 25 cents. And now go back to like under 19 cents, under 20 cents, because then that'll probably be a sign that it's dead, right? So we're extremely oversold. We're still holding this level. We broke out of this pendant to the downside, so that's not a good thing. Thank you, John. SNA, thanks for joining the live stream. So, I mean, this is a massive dump, right? And this can continue to dump lower. So you got to watch out for that. 20 cents. 20 cents. If we break below 20 cents, we close above that, below that, then that's not a good sign. We got 3 days left here for this monthly close. If you can close here above 25, 26 cents, then we're looking good for Sonic, right? But right now, we're kind of in this zone right here. And I did buy a little bit more because we're just down so much here. We might wick back up here towards the end of these last couple days. This is because a lot of coins, I've been seeing a lot of scenarios where this does happen. But yeah, I mean, Sonic, really big crash. You should definitely only buy if you're bullish on the project, right? Pat, thanks for joining the live stream. Appreciate you. Jay, thanks for joining the live stream. Durka, you need to sell and get into XRP. XRP is my biggest holding, so. But definitely not, you know, that's the thing, right? There's a lot of people that are only in one coin. I think that's a big, I think that's not the best thing, right? Because you're putting all your eggs in one basket. Cardano, all right, let's see what we got. Cardano. Marcelo, you can check out my first link in my bio. I can't talk about it too much here, or else I'll get banned. Every time I talk about where I trade and all that and the rewards you guys can get, something always happens. But it's the first link in my bio. We got Cardano, which is still looking great. I mean, Cardano. I didn't buy Cardano on this drop because I already bought a ton here around the 50, 60 cents level. So I already have a good amount of Cardano in my portfolio. But you know, if you're buying into Cardano, if you don't hold any, I think this is a bullish setup here for Cardano. I believe this coin will continue this nice uptrend, this ascending channel. And ultimately, what you really see here for Cardano on the weekly too is just, you see right here on the weekly, you see how Cardano had a lot of resistance here. 21 MA, 25 MA, right there, boom. We break that, and now we're on it right now, flipping it as support. So we haven't really broken it here on the weekly. So I mean, Cardano closing around here would be a very bullish. Okay. So I think Cardano is a great play long term. Let me see the new message. So Cardano super bullish. We bounce here out to 618. And I believe we're going up for sure. And we're still under 3x from its all-time high. So check out Superverse. Is crypto cooked? And if not, when will it start cooking? I believe soon. I mean, as soon as it could be as next month, right? October. But I don't think it's cooked. I'm bullish on Shiba too. I think it's a great time to buy. I haven't looked at Aster, to be honest. I haven't looked at his chart yet. What's closing out? Crypto's not closed. If you guys are new beginners just joining the crypto market, I think this is a fantastic time to get into crypto. Not financial advice. Right, I was one time too also in the stock market back in 2019. I came invested in crypto. I think it's you know, as long as you're an active investor, an active investor in your portfolio, you should do good in crypto. You just got to know when to sell. So looking at Super, yeah, I'll take a look at HBAR for you, Frank. I got you. It's the only coin you made profit on. So Super pulling back here. Trying to hold that previous bottom here back in June, I mean. But we are getting some type of bullish divergence here, because as long as we hold this this level here, right here, right? Because we can see how we're much lower in the RSI here than that previous low. We're right here. So you can see how oversold we are compared to that previous low. So that's a good sign, right? If we can hold this level. I mean, we only got 1 day left here on the weekly. We can close somewhere above here. So this might be a good, I mean, this honestly might be a good time to buy. We might start to see a pivot, a pump here. Short term to medium term. Back to like 66 cents or so. So I'm pretty bullish on Super. I haven't looked at Aster yet. I'll take a look at it. 5 cryptos you recommend newcomers to newcomers right now. So 5 cryptos I recommend to newcomers just coming into the crypto market. One of them for sure is Ethereum. I think Ethereum is going to be a long-lasting coin. Okay, and it's a great coin too, because it's kind of like a gateway towards DeFi. So I recommend Ethereum. Get it, stake it. It's kind of like a gateway. You know, you get kind of used to DeFi. So Ethereum. The other one I'll probably say is Chainlink. I think Chainlink is pretty good fundamentally. The chart's also pretty bullish. It's one of the cryptos that has a lot of partnerships because it's an Oracle, so it has a great utility. So I would say Ethereum, Chainlink. To be honest, I do like Crow. I'm not gonna lie. I do like Crow because it's kind of like a simple one too for newcomers just getting into crypto, right? Especially if you're coming from the stock market. Kind of makes sense, right? Crow is really the biggest coin, exchange coin in America. FTX used to be one of them, but it went down. Crow was one of the few ones that survived the bear market. So I do like Crow because of that, and also because it has a great exchange and a lot of backing behind it, right? So I would say Crow is a good one. And then probably XRP. And is that 4? Probably XRP and possibly Solana, I guess. Thank you guys for the follows. Which one were we looking at? I think it was HBAR, right? HBAR. I'm in Solana long scalp right now. I'm trying to hit a support resistance trade in this channel. I got you, bro. I'll take a look at Solana next. I got you. So HBAR. Great coin as well. Right, this pullback, HBAR has been holding. It's crazy, right? Because the market kind of makes it seem like a lot of these coins are just dumping and just bleeding red. Kind of like, I don't know, kind of like right here when HBAR was just boom, 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 right? Just dumping new lows after new low. But in reality, HBAR is just coming back down here to its previous resistance. So, you know, I'm just telling you as it is, right? Without any emotion, without any you know, crazy emotion behind, you know, what the market, what majority of people are telling you. And when you look at it too, the MAs are very bullish too, because you see right here, we had a lot of, we basically topped out here at the 21 and 25, and I'm looking here at the weekly. So we bounced here on the 50 MA, get rejected at the 25 and 21, come back down, bounce on the 200 MA, break through it. Now we're finding support on the 25, 21, and the 50 at the same time. At the same time. So I would say the odds are we hold this. We find support here for HBAR. I would say the probability. Okay, but again, can't guarantee it. We can definitely lose this and then, you know, dump down here. But I'm very bullish on HBAR. I think this is a bullish setup. Even if we lose this level, I believe eventually it'll continue this long-term uptrend here, this momentum to the upside. So I'm pretty bullish on HBAR. And I did buy a little bit more. I already have a good amount. I bought some more. Dogecoin. Yeah, we'll take a look at Dogecoin here for Joe. Shout out to all of you guys here. We got 10,000 likes. We got over 57 people, which is pretty surprising. I thought I would have less here with the market sentiment kind of low. But don't worry, guys. I'm going to be live streaming more consistently as the market heats up more. I'll be live streaming more consistently. Right now, I've been just bringing you guys content here. You guys can see my recent TikToks and also on YouTube. If you guys like long form content, price predictions, updates on the market, 8-minute, 10-minute long videos, follow me on YouTube. That's where I post as well. We're about to hit 40K. So if you can help me get to 40K, I gladly appreciate it. But let's take a look here at Dogecoin, and then we'll take a look at Flare and Drift. All right, let's take a look here at Dogecoin. So as I said, Dogecoin long term is looking beautiful, right? The main thing here on the monthly, what makes me super bullish on Dogecoin is my second biggest holding, by the way. It used to be my biggest one, but after XRP took off, it's my second one. Well, what makes me super bullish here on the monthly is the fact that it's in this nice uptrend. while at the same time being extremely oversold, while at the same time putting in this bullish divergence, which is basically we put in a higher low, you see that, while putting in a lower low on stochastic. That's what bullish divergence is. And this is, I think this is hidden bullish divergence here. Having my my cheat sheet. If you guys want to get my cheat sheet, you can check out my course. But right here we got hidden bullish divergence right there, right? Is it hidden? Yeah, it's hidden because we put in an HL, but then on stochastic we put in a LL, lower low. So this is, since this is on the monthly, it doesn't pump right away. Okay, as if it was on the hourly, on the daily, or something like that. Since it's on the monthly, you can see that it's heating up, right? This is usually what happens. It's like slowly heating up, it's slowly charging up before it really takes off, since it's on the monthly. But eventually it will make that explosive move. It's just slowly moving up. So I'm very bullish on Doge. What time of day do you think fine is the best trade crypto? Probably after Monday, and not in the mornings usually when it's very volatile. Yeah, I do believe Dogecoin will. My target for Dogecoin is 150 to 230, around there. Sharon says, hi sir, suing music. How is XLP? Waiting for a propulsive move. Thank you, Sharon, for coming to the live stream. What is it? XLP? Oh, yeah, my bad. Let me check out. I promised to check out Drift here. So we'll check out Drift here before XLP. So let's take a look here at Drift. Drift protocol. You can see we're starting to make a move up here for Drift. On the monthly, looking like it wants to break out here. So I mean, Drift is not looking too bad, right? It's not looking too bad. It looks like it broke its resistance level here. And this was that pullback to bounce off that support, right? So you can see that on the weekly too, right? We break that resistance, we pull back, bounce off support. Now either we slowly pull back slowly and bounce off of it, right? Or we make that move up based on the daily, right? Based on the daily, that's what we're starting to do. You can kind of see we're starting to pivot to the upside. So it's looking pretty bullish, I'm not gonna lie. It's looking pretty bullish. It's just that if you buy right now, right? If you buy right now, if you put in a long, you don't want to panic sell if it does pull back, because this is just a massive resistance here for Drift that has to build support here. So it can very well pull back big. When volatile is best time to leverage? To be honest, if you know what you're doing, yes. But you really have to know what you're doing and get out at the right times. Because if you don't know what you're doing and you're trading during very volatile times, you can get stopped out or lose your portfolio, right? Your trading portfolio. Wait, what did you say the top was for Doge? My prediction is 150 to 230, realistically. Scroll up, Lewis, when you see, please. If Doge gets at least one, okay. Going to send the emoji consistently to everyone I know. LOL, part of my celebration. That's hilarious. That's a great idea. That's a great idea, especially to the people. You should definitely send it to the people you told to get Dogecoin. You know, kind of rub it in their face. I've been in since 2010, but you're right. 2010, wow. Wait, you've been in what since 2010? Didn't Dogecoin come out in 2013? And by the way, guys, I told you, like, this was before this year. I told you Dogecoin, this is going to be a pivotal year for Dogecoin, that it was most likely going to get something like an ETF and have a good year before this year started, and we got the ETF for Dogecoin. So, you know, and this, by the way, I said this. I'm gonna find a clip because I'm gonna post it on here. I said this before all the hype regarding the ETF for Dogecoin, before the announcements, right? So, and it happened, and the main reason why I said that is because it's Dogecoin's bullish year. Crypto, not Doge. Oh, okay, in crypto. Yeah. If Dogecoin gets to $1, I'll send you 1K. That's a lot of money, I'm not gonna lie. But you know, you better get that 1K ready, because I mean, look, I still believe Dogecoin can break its all-time high this year still. Right, being its positive bullish year. I don't know about $1. It's possible, but its all-time high is what is it, like 75, 70, was it 73 or 74, 74.88. Okay. Yeah, I believe it can very well still break it. ETFs are bad for crypto retail investors. Doge is Elon's pet. What's the strat method? What is that? Is that like an options method or something? I have a huge long on it, so 1K is nothing from what I make. Really? Wow. I have a long too on Dogecoin, but it's definitely probably not as much as yours. It's probably you know, just a couple hundreds, to be honest. But it is a 10x. It is a 10x. So depending on where I sell it, it can transform into a lot. And right now I am up on it, but my average is like 21. So I can easily be right on it if Dogecoin dumps to 20 cents, but it's all good. All right, Sharon, let me know if you're still here, Sharon. I'll check out XPL. Let me know if you're still here. I believe Bitcoin will probably move up. I believe we'll have a good start this week. Maybe 112. Yeah. ETF, Dogecoin, the first meme coin to have the ETF. And guys, like I predict, we're probably gonna have a meme coin ETF, like a meme coin ETF someday. Right, the world is so crazy. We're gonna have a meme coin ETF. Well, what were the odds of that? No, I said if Dogecoin goes to 1, I will send an emoji sign to people that I know randomly. Oh, okay, I see now. that's pretty funny. For sure, I'm here. Okay, you're here. So let's check out XPL. Plasma, yeah. XPL, let's check it out. So this coin is only a couple days old, right? You see, had a massive pump, and it's just been on this beautiful uptrend. You can see on the 4-hour. So I mean, this coin is looking really good ever since it got launched here. And it doesn't look like it looks like it's going to have this continuation here to the upside, right? With small pullbacks like this, but getting eaten up here, right, to the upside. Especially if we have a bullish start of this week, Monday. possibly Bitcoin moving to 112, which is what I see. You might see new highs here for this coin, right? It just put in a new high an hour ago. So the market starts moving up, Bitcoin at 112 or so, this coin is gonna probably hit $2. You can kind of see right here too on the hourly. It looks like we're gonna be riding, like we're riding that 21, right? Bounce right here on the 21. If we do have a big pullback for this coin, a support level, a good support level will be around 154, 150 around here, right? 154, 152. If we have a big pullback, but I'm bullish on this. I'm bullish on this coin until the trend is broken. I believe it's going to have this continuation up here. You just got to be careful new coins like this, because at some point, obviously at some point, it's going to have a massive pullback. But I believe, you know, we won't have a massive pullback until we have a massive pump, right? Massive leg up here. Kind of like here, kind of like what happened here, but on the bigger perspective, where I had like a massive move up, then we had this big pullback, and then it got, right? But it's going to be on a bigger perspective. It's going to be on a bigger scale. So pretty good. Pretty good. Universal Blessing says, Sir Lewis, you're Moroccan, brother. I'm actually Brazilian. Yeah, I'm Brazilian, but I live in the US. So, what time do you do live session in Pacific time? I live in the EST, New York time. So right now it's 10:32 here, but usually I go live starting around 9 p.m. either from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I think that's a little bit earlier in Pacific time. Ziggy, what's up, Ziggy? How you been, bro? Long time no see. I haven't done Arbitrum yet. I'll check it out. Shout out to Ziggy. Just stopped by to say hi, my man. How you been? What a dip. Yeah, I know. What a dip. I mean, I've been, you know, I've been off for a bit recently. Just taking a break, right, regarding the world, how crazy the world is. But I am definitely going to be live streaming more consistently as the market heats up, which I believe it will. I'm still very bullish. And as the market heats up more, I'm definitely going to, I mean, I've been active. I've been posting on TikTok and YouTube and IG, so. But appreciate you on here. What to buy if you're starting with $500? What to buy? I mean, what I would buy, I mean, if I was starting out, I mean, I would say Cardano is pretty undervalued right now. I do like Cardano. I'm not gonna lie. Do you mean the bigger move will be on the higher time frame, like 4 hour? Thank you, Night Owl. Appreciate it. XPL. Let's see right here again. Yeah, I mean, I would say this. You're gonna see the signs more on the lower time frames first before, but yeah, you know, on the 4 hour, we can definitely have a scenario like this again. On the 4 hour, like I said, possibly to like $2 or so. Especially $2 being like a rounded number, where we can see that last leg up, possibly $2, and then have a big pullback back, maybe to like 150 or something, right? Possibly this level right here for XPL, right here. So, yeah, I could see something like that happen. What time do you think of the market going into Monday? I'm pretty bullish going into Monday. I can see Bitcoin pushing 112. I love the crashes. Yeah, Leash dumped pretty big today, right? Is it because of a hack or something? And then I saw the leash was up like 100% or something. So I don't know what's going on with leash and the Shiba ecosystem, but bro, check MYX went from 6 cents to $19, bro. We need to find those. MYX. Let's see, where's MYX? That's crazy. MYX went to... Well, obviously it's not giving me the full chart here from when it was 19 cents on Gate.io. Okay, on yeah, right here on MEXC it does. Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, MYX June, this June was 7 cents, right? 7 cents all the way to 19 bucks. Insane. Oh, it was a fake hack. It's all game like 2021. That's crazy. I mean, the only coins I hold is Shiba and Bone. It might be a... I might look into it. It might be a good opportunity to get some leash. Or what's the other one? That's a lot. I forget the other one, but I do have Bone. I just don't have a leash, and I think the other one's Treat, right? Treat. Oh, it's messed up. I thought it went up because I thought it went to like 12 bucks. It hit like 5 or 6 and then went to 12. You think Bitcoin dumped to 105? I would say the odds are that it won't. Or like I feel comfortable buying now than trying to like wait up, wait for that crash here to possibly 105, 104. But it is a possibility, right? I'm not gonna say it's not guaranteed. The reason why I'm comfortable buying now is on the weekly we're very oversold. We're on the 21-25 here, critical MAs here on the weekly. On the daily though, right? That 200 MA on the daily is exactly where he set it. Exactly where that price point where he set it, around that 104 or 105. So if you do have a massive crash for Bitcoin, the 200 MA on the daily is around 104, 600, which could eventually become 105. The 200 on the daily, right? But I do believe, I believe the probability is that we do hold this level for Bitcoin. But again, it could definitely happen. All right. I'm pretty sure if it does happen too, everyone is going to be saying it's over. It'll go from like 80% or 60, 70% to like 90% of people saying the bull market is over. Turbo 2, bro. That might be the next Doge. Yeah, I just posted a video today on Turbo and Toshi. They're the two meme coins I'm really looking forward to this bull market. And I already accumulated a good amount in my portfolio. So I don't live in New York. Oh, you're from the UK? Oh, that's pretty awesome. That's great, man. How's the UK? Roman says, so what I think about MYX? I don't know anything about MYX. I saw they went from like 7 cents to 19 bucks. So it's probably a good project if it did something like that. Coming out of nowhere. But that's how crazy crypto is, guys. You could have had the opportunity. You could have invested in MYX at 7 cents. And then watch it go to 19, 10, 16, 19 bucks. Right, that's why I love crypto compared to stocks, because in stocks you have to qualify, there's a bunch of regulation, and it's usually the small person can't invest in in these stocks when they're early, right? But crypto, anyone can really get in, so it's kind of fair. $80K. You think we're going to 80K? This is a fake scaring people before we run up. Same old play. Yeah, forgot. Well, I'll catch up soon, brother. Just stop by to check in. I'll be back another time. Siggy, thank you, bro. Shout out to Ziggy on here. And I'll see you very soon, too. I'm going to be live streaming a lot more consistently as the market moves up. So I'll see you soon, bro. Gold is gold. But yeah, I'm bullish. I'm bullish. I've been bullish here for months and months and months now. And this bull market, I believe this bull market is going to break that 4-year cycle. Okay, right now the narrative is that we topped out and we're following the 4-year cycle. I'm telling you right now, that's what the narrative is going to be. But I believe it's going to surprise a lot of those people, and we're going to break that 4-year cycle. And once people start to change the narrative of this cycle, the type is in, the 4-year cycle is happening again. Once they switch that to a super cycle, right? It's like bipolar, right? They switch to the opposite. That's probably going to be the time you want to sell. You want to be looking to sell during that time. And that could be Q1 2026. It could be Q2 2026. So we'll see. We'll see. We're going to keep it up. Yeah, exactly what the truth said right there. I mean, we can go as much. Like, I see 2026 being that pivotal year where we top out for the market. But you're not going to see a massive crash, right? You're not going to see a massive crash. It's not going to be like an obvious top. Seven-year cycle. Sharonda, welcome to the live stream. If you guys are new, by the way, definitely follow. Wow, we already got 25 people on YouTube. Insane. Thank you, guys. You guys been killing it. You see Bitcoin drop. Look, if I were to bet right now, I would say that Bitcoin drop is in. Like the bottom is. I don't see it dropping more. It can drop to 104 or 105, but I would say that the bottom most likely is in. We're at that 107 level. So I am more bullish than bearish here. And that's, I mean, I've been buying certain altcoins recently. But if we do have a massive drop, you can see right here that 200 MA on the daily is around that 104, 500, 105 area. So if you do drop, that's your support right there. This level. But I can see Bitcoin coming back up here and reclaim 112. Right, slowly moving up. Walter, you're involved in. I do hold a lot of altcoins, I'm not going to lie. But the ones that I bought recently that I did not have a position in, one of them is Tau. BitTensor Tau. This is a big AI project. It's a decentralized AI coin. It's not a low cap coin. I think it's in the top 100. Yeah. But I did buy some Tau, being one of the biggest AI projects out there. And on top of that, being a unique AI project because it's a decentralized AI project. I started accumulating more Tau. And you can kind of see right here in the charts, we're retesting that 618. So I'm liking where Tau is right now. Right, we bounce off here my Fibonacci level right here at 428. May 2025, right? 400. I mean, Tau was just at $500. We close out here in my Fibonacci level. And now we're coming down to the 618 Fibonacci. So again, there's always a reason when I'm buying. This is a big reason why, and also the fundamentals. So I do like Tau. I like where it's at right here. So yeah, that's one of them. And then the other one is Q&T. Q&T is significantly down pretty well too. And as a coincidence, it's in the same 618 level as Tau. Pulling back here, right? So these are the two new coins I've been accumulating recently. But like Cardano, I think Cardano is great. I haven't been buying Cardano because I already have a good amount from when I bought at 50, 60 cents. But I think Cardano, if you missed out on Cardano, I think it's at a great position. Another big one too is HBAR. If you missed out on HBAR is at a great position. Flipping its past resistance as support. So Cardano, HBAR, even Chainlink at 20 bucks, I think is a great deal. What's your opinion on Solana? Solana's bullish too. It's like Solana's been moving up behind the scenes, right? Just slowly here without making any big news. We can see we've been in this massive uptrend. We got a big dump here, but you know, most likely we're just dumping down here to this area to flip it as support. Right? Even when we look right here, you can kind of see how the 21, the 50, and the 25 is in this level. So there's a reason why Solana is dumping down here, right? We had a lot of resistance here. And the 25 and 21 is slowly moving up here. So if we do dump more, 180 possibly, we're probably going to build support here if we do dump more. But 200 bucks is not bad either. So I'm pretty bullish on the markets. Even looking at these altcoins, I'm bullish because a lot of them are coming back down to a big psychological level where they had past resistance and where they're pulling back down now from the upside, kind of tackling it from the upside, the moving averages, right? And a lot of times this happens on this pullback, you'll find support. So I'm bullish on Solana. Do you think Algo will come back from the dead? Take a look at Algorand. Do I think Algo will come back from the dead? Now, I would say already started to, right? Since 2023, when Algorand was at 9 cents at 0.88, below 10 cents for what was it, like a couple months? And then we went up here to 32 cents in 2024. So from 9 cents to 32 cents in about a year. Pull back to 10 cents. Then we went to 60 cents. And now we put in a higher low here, which is very good here around 50 cents. So it's, I mean, the last couple of years, Algorand's been very choppy, and then recently it rejected the 618. So I believe what it's doing is it's kind of building support here, right? So we put in a higher low. So it's in this long-term uptrend, kind of in this parabola here. It's chopping here at the 618. It's going to tighten up here until it eventually makes a decision. And I believe that decision will be to the upside, and then it will explode here past the 618. So I'm more bullish than bearish on Algorand. It's not the most bullish chart, but it's not a bearish chart either, right? It's not like Algorand is putting in some new lows here. It's not here below 10 cents putting in some new lows. It's moving up slowly, but it has everything to explode here once it breaks that 618, which is the main resistance level here at 30 cents. Once we close here above 30 cents, we should be good. I bought HBAR at 10 cents. Should you have to okay profit? What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Sharonda? So you got HBAR at 10 cents. Great job. That's a great price. And you're saying, should you have a 2OK profit? I mean, my thing with HBAR, I'm holding HBAR long term. Right? I'm not trying to trade it right now, because if you try to trade it right now, you can miss out on HBAR pumping back here to 30 cents and higher, right? But long term, I mean, I see HBAR going possibly to $1, $1.25, 125 to even 170, 167. Long term speaking. What coins has the most bullish chart? That's a great question. Shout out to Marcus with the question, which coins, in my opinion, has the most bullish chart? Obviously, number one being Bitcoin. Most bullish chart of all time. Look at that. Now, in terms of altcoins, I'm not going to lie. I do like Dogecoin's chart. I like Dogecoin's chart, bullish chart. Right, I'm showing the bullish structures here that I believe have bullish structure. Dogecoin for sure is one of them. Another one is Cardano. At some point, Cardano's chart wasn't looking too good, but recently, over the last 2 years or so, it has been looking very bullish here. So Cardano, Dogecoin, Chainlink as well. You can kind of see Chainlink's chart. XRP's chart, very bullish. Solana, extremely bullish as well. Right, getting ready to really go into price discovery. And Sui. Sui's another very bullish chart here. I think Sui is going to be one of the biggest runners here this bull market. You can kind of see it's just getting ready to explode. So I'd say Sui is one of them. Thoughts on RSR? RSR is one of the coins that I do hold and I'm bullish on and I'm excited for. It's a lower cap. I mean, it's not lower cap. It's like in the top 200. But right now, my thoughts is you can see the 618. We kind of lost it. We're dumping down here to basically last August and September. You can kind of see right here. Last August close and September open. This is where we're pulling back down here. So from about a year ago for RSR. But I'm more bullish than bearish for RSR because we've been up significantly here since the bear market. Right, we've been up significantly. We're technically in this uptrend. And we're extremely oversold on the monthly. And we're kind of getting bullish divergence here on the monthly. Where you see a higher low, but then a lower low here in stochastic, and that's bullish divergence. These are bullish hints that will most likely move to the upside soon, as you can see. So my thoughts on RSR, I'm bullish long term. Yes, the market's down. Yes, RSR took a dump here. But again, you want to take away emotion from investing and trading. And looking at the charts, I'm bullish on RSR. What about WikiCat? WikiCat, let's take a look at WikiCat. WKC. Man, WikiCat really took off. And I'm happy I bought some of this coin back then. Right from the videos, people talking about WikiCat. I didn't buy a ton though. I bought a little bit, but I'm happy I just held it in the wallet and I went to look at the wallet and I was like, man, this is a pretty good amount from the amount that I bought. It exploded here in price. And it's not looking too bad, right? It's holding that price pretty well. It's not like WikiCat was a pump and dump. We've been basically consolidating here in this pendant. which again, there's a chance we can pull back here to this level. Seeing how oversold we are on the weekly, we can definitely pull back here. But even if we do, I'm bullish on WikiCat. I don't think this is a pump and dump. I believe even if we pull back here, which we very well can, we'll eventually follow the market to the upside. So I'm looking forward to WikiCat. I haven't sold any. And but I will sell once the market kind of heats up. When you see other altcoins, lower cap altcoins exploding, that's really when I'm going to be looking to sell WikiCat. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the gifts too, by the way. Yeah. I think real estate coin is going to go through the roof for real. Avantis. I'll take a look at Real too. Real is a real estate coin? I never heard of Real before. How is it like? Is it kind of like Proppy, or is it like a RWA coin? So Avantis. Let's take a look at Avantis here. This is a new coin that came out, Avantis? I see that it's on Coinbase. Not looking too bad, right? I mean, for a newer coin that came out, we're getting that sell-off here, but you might see that pullback to this level. So, I mean, there's still more downside to come here for sure, which I believe will probably will. Right to this level, 128, from like 128 to 120 around here. Could be where we keep dumping into, but where we find that support. So once we do pull back into this level, we'll probably find the support. You can kind of see here on the daily too, right? Boom, boom, boom. We fill in this wick here from the previous top here, 128, 120, and then we find the support. So not bad. Real. So let's take a look at Real. Wait, what's the coin? Is it Real? Is it just called Real? Because there's a lot of Reals here. That says, do you trade leverage? Yeah, I do both. Most of my position are in spot, but I do have a small trading portfolio. My type of leverage trading style is it's definitely more responsible. I mean, it's more secure. But I do from 3x to 10x. Okay, so the coins that I do 10x are coins that are more higher cap, coins that are less volatile and lower cap, and not lower cap. And then for lower cap coins, I'll do like 3x, maybe 5x, depending on it. But my style of trading for leverage trading is it's different in the way that I don't go all in the position. So I'll enter a position, maybe 30%, 50%. If that coin drops, right? Let's say the coin drops, I'll enter another 10, 20%. So it kind of brings down your liquidation level, your average. And I definitely recommend it because I've been using that strategy, and it's a very risk-friendly strategy. Instead of what happens to a lot of leverage traders are, they usually, number one, the biggest mistake is they'll go super high leverage over 10x, and then they'll go all in on a position without doing a lot of research, and then they're down like 30-40%. They panic sell, right? Or they get out of the position, or they get liquidated. So you just got to be careful with that. I like to start doing a little leverage trading. I definitely recommend it. You know, again, most people don't recommend it because most people have bad experience with it. But if you just follow my tips on it regarding risk management, you should have a good experience. You just got to be pretty organized and strict. right? You don't want to do super high leverage, and you don't want to go all in on a position, right? And you could really make a good amount of money, even if it's just a 3x trade. I mean, if you really think about it, you can do a 3x on a higher cap coin. And
new subscriber.
You won't get liquidated depending on how your trade goes. But yeah, we got 20,000 likes. I just want to say thank you guys so much. You guys killed it today. I will be live again soon, so stay tuned for that. Watch my latest TikTok on Toshi and Turbo, also on Bitcoin. I'm gonna record more content tomorrow, and just gonna bring you guys a lot of content on here and live stream more consistently as the market heats up for October. So let's see what happens, guys. I'm bullish for the bull market, and I love you guys so much. Sorry if I couldn't get to your coin, but I will next time we go live. All right, so follow me on YouTube too, where I'm trying to reach 40K. Definitely check me out on YouTube, and I'll catch you guys in the next live stream. Love you guys. Peace. And shout out to you guys on YouTube. You guys killed it today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Man, my phone's hot. But yeah, guys, you know, I know the market can be very annoying, and it tests our patience and everything like that, but I'm telling you, just be patient. You know, when the majority of people, the herd is bearish and telling you the top is in and all these things, usually they're wrong, right? And they're gonna be wrong again once they say we're going up forever. So I'm very bullish on the market. I've been buying a ton. I think, look, in all seriousness, we can make life-changing money. We can make life-changing money in this crypto space. And the hard part is going to be selling, right? Selling at the right time. But I mean, it's kind of simple on paper, but it's hard in the moment, right? Because when it comes out here, people are going to be very greedy. You know, what I can tell you from experience is you want to stay away from centralized exchanges. I don't care how big they are, it's Coinbase. You want to stay away from centralized exchanges or centralized platforms that kind of offer you a lot of yield, right? Maybe 10% on something, on Bitcoin or your favorite altcoin. It's just very attractive. You want to stay away from that because you can definitely lose all your crypto. And you also want to stay away from like even shady DeFi platforms too, right? Only use like the top DeFi platforms that are pretty trustworthy if you're getting into DeFi. And if you have cold storage wallet, you want to make sure you have good responsibility with your cold storage wallet. Again, the ones that I recommend are all in my link bio. Trezor, what is it? Keystone, Tangem, Ledger. You can get a discount on all of them using my link bio. So you're awesome. Sharon, thank you. Appreciate it. Sharonda, thank you too. And thank you guys for being on here. Thank you for finding my channel. I'm happy I went live today because a lot of people follow my channel. Not just here on YouTube, but on TikTok. That's why I live stream on both, because TikTok is great. The algorithm, it lets you be more discoverable. And a lot of people found my channel here on YouTube from TikTok. So that's why I live stream on both platforms. But again, I just want to thank you guys again. I will be live streaming a lot more consistently as the market heats up. And I hope you guys come here again soon. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.